Hi, I'm Jane from Glitter Ink Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to put together my little race car, which is perfect for a favour box for racing car themed parties. So what you'll need, once you have purchased and edited the file, download 2 pages. So you'll have the front page, which is the racing car body, and the second page, which is the insert tray, which goes inside the car once it's assembled. So to put this all together, what you'll need is scissors to cut out the template. Then I use a ruler and an X-Acto knife just to make sort of indents along the fold lines. That just ensures you've got a nice neat fold when you're putting it together. And you can use any type of glue stick, or glue tape, whatever you prefer. I just tend to use simple glue stick to put it all together. So let's get started. So first of all, we're going to start by cutting out the main body of the car. So we want to cut around each of these 3 pieces. So let me get that one out of the way. Okay, so I'm just going to sort of cut around the shapes. Okay, so now we have all of the 3 pieces for the main body cut out. So these are the sides and the base. This is the back of the car. You can see we've cut in the little incisions, the little triangle bits, and the same with the front of the car. So now what we're going to do is, you can see all of these white dotted lines, they're fold lines. And what we're going to do is score along the fold lines. This just makes it easier to fold cardstock so that you get a nice, sharp, neat fold. And the way to do that is simply run a ruler along the line, and using an X-Acto knife or any sharp object. You could even use a ballpoint pen that has no ink left in it. And so what we're going to do is just place the ruler along the line, and we're just going to run the edge of the X-Acto knife along the line. But you just want to make an indent. You don't want to cut right through. And the indent's just going to make it much easier to fold. Okay, so do that for all of the white dotted lines. So this is the back piece. You can see there's sort of 4 lines to score along. And you'll see now if we try to fold along the line, it makes a really nice, neat indent. Okay, so you get it, when you glue it together, it's going to be nice, neat edges. Okay, so you see we've folded that in. Now we're just going to do the same for the front section. So we've got 3 dotted lines that we're going to score along. And then what we do is just fold along those lines. Okay, so take your 3 pieces, and now we're going to glue the front onto the front and the sides, and the back onto the back and the sides. So just remember to get them around the right way. You'll note the front, you'll notice that the yellow lights, and the back has different color lights. Okay, so that's just a good way to check you're putting them around the right way. So what we're going to do is take the front piece. First of all, we're going to attach to the base. So we're just going to run our glue stick along that base on the front piece. Okay, and we're going to attach that to the inside of the base of the car sides. And you'll see it'll still fold up. And we're going to do exactly the same to the back of the car. So again, run the glue stick, whatever glue you're using, all along that grey tab at the bottom. And you're going to stick that to the inside of the base at the rear of the car. And another way to remember, the rear of the car is higher up. Okay, just to make sure you get them around the right way. Notice it still folds. So if you fold it up, you're now starting to see the body of the car is taking shape. So what we now need to do is glue these little tabs all along the side of the car. And you'll notice why we made those little slits. It's so that we can make it curved, so it fits the curved shape of the body of the car. So you can see how that will work. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the one of the sides of the front, and I'm just going to place glue on each of those little tabs. And then what you're going to do is just fold it nicely, make a nice little curve, place the tabs to the inside of the car body, and you'll see how that just curves around nicely. And then use your fingers just to push that into place so you get a really nice curved shape and it fits together. And I'm just pressing that into place. And now I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. So I take my glue stick and I'm going to place glue all along those tabs. And just do the same. So press those inside. And you just want to make them curve around the shape of the side of the car. Okay, so I just want to then press that into shape. I just sort of place my finger on the inside of the car and one on the outside, just so that glue holds nicely. Okay, so now you have the front of the car, and we're going to do exactly the same to the rear of the car. Okay, we're going to add some glue to those tabs on the back. And we'll do exactly the same. Push them onto the inside of the side of the car and just curve that around so it takes the same shape as the body. And again, push that into place with your fingers. And again, I just take my forefinger and my thumb just to squeeze it together to make sure it stays well glued. Okay, so that's one of the sides of the back of the car. And now we're going to do the final side. And there we have it. That's the body of the car. If you wanted to, you could actually use this as the favour box. But what I'm going to do now is show you how to make the insert so that when you finish the favour box, it looks like a car inside. So what we're going to do now, we'll just set that to a side. We're going to cut out the insert. Okay, so we've got 4 pieces to cut out here. This is the main tray. We've got 2 flags which we're going to glue back to back, and we have a window. Okay, so cut out these 4 pieces and then we'll stick them together. And don't forget to cut out these little bits where they join. I'll go back and cut the ones that I've skipped here and here. And there we have the tray insert. Okay, so what I've done now is cut out all of the pieces for the inner tray. So that's what that the inner box is going to look like. This piece is the window, and these 2 flags we're actually going to glue back to back. Okay. First, what I'm going to do, just like we did with the others, with the outer box, we're going to score along the fold lines. So you can see here, there's 1 fold line all the way up, another fold line all the way up, and then 2 fold lines across. Okay, so we're going to do exactly the same. I'm going to score along those lines. I'm just going to stand up so it's easier for me to score, to see what I'm doing. Okay, we'll do that long side first. Make a nice indent, but don't cut all the way through. And then, even though you can't see the line on the car seat, you will need to run that all the way across. Make a nice indent. Okay, and then the other side. Okay, so now that I've scored along, those 2 long sides and those 2 inner sides, we're going to fold the box together, because we want to see the pattern inside the car. So this time we're actually going to fold the printed sides together. So fold up each side. Okay, so you're going to fold with the printed sides together. So when you put the box together, it will be white on the outside and the printed side you'll see on the inside. Okay, so now we're going to glue that together, and the way we're going to do that, you'll fold in these little tabs, and this time you're going to stick them or glue them onto the outside of the adjacent side. So let me just fold those into shape. So let's start with the front. So what you want to do is these little tabs you want on the outside, so you don't see the tabs on the inside of the box. So take your glue stick, and this time you're going to put the glue on the coloured side. Here's the front tab. Okay, and then you're just going to stick that to the outside of the adjacent side. And we're going to do the same for the other one. Okay, just stick that to the outside of the adjacent side. Okay, so that's the front done. And we're going to do exactly the same for the back, where the car seat is. And then what we'll do is just push that together and make sure that that tab is glued to the outside. So now you have a neat little box on the inside. It looks like the interior of a car, and you'll see that the tabs are glued on the outside, the white side of the box. Okay, so one more thing before putting the inner tray inside the car box, we're going to glue the window to the front of the box. So just take your glue stick or glue, whatever you're using. Okay, and glue it to the back of the window, so the non-printed side of the window. And we're going to stick that onto the front of the box, so the white part of the box, the non-printed side of the box. And that is the window. So now we're just going to take your car body and we're just going to gently push that insert box into the car body. Okay, so it should be a fairly nice snug fit, so just be gentle. Push that into shape. And what you'll notice is that the back seat of the outer box should match up and align with the seat of the inner side of the box. And there you have your car. So one last step, and that's putting the flag on. So you've got two sides so that it'll make a double-sided flag. So you want to glue those two together. So what you can do with the flag, what I usually do is I just put a little bit of glue on the base of the flag, on either side, and then I just pop that in between the inner box and the outer box and just press that together with my fingers so that flag stays upright. But you can put the flag wherever you like on the car. So there we have it, my finished race car favour box. And sometimes what I can do as well, just to hold that into place, I might put a little dab of glue just to keep that nice and snug, so the inner box stays in the right place with the outer box. And that'll fit a nice little handful of candies, sweets, chocolates. I've just got a couple of mini Milky Ways here. And a couple of Hershey's Kisses, just to give you an idea that the sort of size and how much you can fit. But you obviously could pile that up and fit in quite a nice handful of candy. So there you have it. And it's available in many different colours. And super easy to put together. So thank you for joining me today on Glitter Ink Designs, and I look forward to seeing you with my next creation. Happy printing and assembling!